Hello, welcome to SFO Arcade. I am Dave, the other half. Oh man. This is District Double Blind, session 3, I believe. God, I still don't know what the hell I'm doing in this game. What's the deal with this? Crap, I gotta do some pausing here. I did not pay attention. Oh, finally, Botrix. Finally. Thank you. Jeepers. Twitch is quiet as usual. Oh, except for Arkham Injustice, apparently. Hopefully I can handle the remote voices tonight. Yeah, Botrix is just, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but as far as a chat client, but it's still generally more reliable. So I can't even remember the voices of this guy. What was the deal with him? Hey bud, what's your deal? You know, I honestly don't remember what voice I was doing for him. So we got Deep South Chicago, Charles Barkley, German, Cholo. Oh, better to be Irish. There she is. The way you've been talking, I always thought she was dead or something. Guess I won't need to worry about it after all, huh? Alright. Moses winces. It's discreet, but I notice it. Of course, there's no need to worry. Forgive my manners, I almost forgot you two haven't met before. Hattie, this is Senator Price. He's an investor. Senator, this is the amazing Hattie. He adds a very subtle emphasis to Hattie. I nod slightly to let him know I understand. Well, thanks for letting me know now, game. Fine, but you're walling it. Yeah, I know the feeling. I had to go get a prescription today. And I had to get it done. I had to get like an emergency supply because it's Easter weekend, so we get fucked because of the holiday. Holidays. How's the weather in Greece? Nice of him to slip in a little hint. Senator Price never met the real Hattie. Good to know I don't need to worry about my voice and mannerisms. It's nice to meet you, Senator. Please, just call me Richard. Richard Price, of course. I knew I recognized him somewhere. Before he entered the political area, Price made his name as an entertainment tycoon with investments in theaters, radio, movies, you name it. Yeah, it's Easter. It's a really early Easter. This doesn't happen that often, really. Kind of dusty because Africa. What? Is Africa on fire again? Alright. Like flew to Seattle there for SacreCon. Flew back to where? It was back to Canada because that sounds about right. We were just talking about you. Where have you been for the past few days? It's become quite a ruckus in the papers, you know that. And what's with the mask? Oh, you are not trying to get a Zorro on us, are you? He starts laughing at his own joke before I get a chance to respond. Ha! And no, I should probably refrain from asking if he has done anything that deserves to be Zorroed. We're gonna get the African sand and dust over here. Why don't just build a giant fan? Just blow it back at them. Well, it's related to why I was away, really. You see, I was trying to develop a new trick for the show, but I got in a little accident. I let my voice waver for a bit. Hence the mask to cover the scars. I'd rather not talk about it, if that's okay. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, I was being insensitive, wasn't I? A lady's face is an important matter. I've certainly learned that lesson in the years I spent waiting for my wife to put hers on. Of course, I can see you're a very sensitive man, Sander. I can see Moses trying to hold back a laugh. Oh, not I'm an absolute brute, as I've been told by Cynthia. That's me dear wife many times before. And please, as I said, just call me Richard, I insist. Of course, Richard. Oh, I was just talking to dear old Moses about you. What about your circus, more specifically? Moses stands up behind the desk, eyes dotted between us. I don't think we need... There's no stopping the Santa when it gets going, apparently. You're the star performer here. Perhaps you can give me your 2 cents. As you know, the history wasn't what it was before, and I understand that. Truly, I do. But even with the crowds you'll be drawing, the circus has barely managed to keep the books in the black. I don't know if you have a head for money, but in short, that's not a great sign. Haul them up. Ah! The circus isn't making money. I barely managed to conceal my surprise. I could hear Moses' teeth clench. He clearly didn't mean for me to hear this. The 5 in the room turned stilted and awkward, but Richard isn't done with his little speech. I know your boss wants to take care of everyone, keep them fed through the winters and all that. And that's a good cause. I represent the common man as an elected official. But as a businessman, I'm not sure this can go on for much longer. I'm not going to tell you that money keeps the world turning, but you both know money keeps the circus running. Arts of Reverse 1999? I don't know that, actually. I'm not familiar with that. And I'm glad you're okay, Miss Hattie. Such a relief. As long as you can keep the people buying tickets, I'm sure you'll be invaluable to the circus, accent or not. Your beautiful face is not all they came to see, is it? They're here to see magic in action. I'm not sure what to say, so I just nod. But finally, Moses speaks. And then I was telling you, you don't need to be worried. He doesn't even look at me. There are notes of hardness in his voice, a steely resolve. Senator, I trust you are familiar with how the press works. What you call the ruckus in the papers only proves that she's a big deal. Don't you agree? Of course. Those sharks only cared about what keeps people reading. And she clearly does. So you know that Hattie's a great performer, and her reputation only keeps growing. She's the reason we can still draw such a crowd in this day and age. As long as she's here, His voice cracks. As long as she's here, I promise you I can keep the circus running. Just keep it running and making money. I keep my eyes on the ground, anywhere but on Moses' face. Good Lord. Richard laughs, his voice booming through the quiet small room. He pats Moses on the shoulder. Well, that's all I wanted to hear, old friend. Turns back to me. Thank you, Miss Hattie. I'm sure we'll still be having a very different conversation if you weren't here. Well, that's all I came here for, really. Starts walking the hangout to fetch a suit jacket. Well, sorry for keeping you both. Got to get to town now. Business awaits. You know how it is. Goodbye, Miss Hattie. It's a pleasure to meet the so-called greatest female magician of the decade. Goodbye, old friend. Say hi, or don't. That idiot son of mine. What is he talking about? Guess I'll just have to ask Moses that, along with many other things. And just like that, he's out of the room, leaving me and Moses alone. I can only stare out the door, dumbstruck by what just happened. Finally, Moses clears his throat. I have to thank you, Miss Jackie, for your cooperation. And sorry I had to hear that whole conversation. It's okay, but is it true that... He pointedly pretends like he hasn't heard my question. Now, I believe it's best for us to go back on track. You came in seeking my counsel. What do you need my help for? He clearly doesn't really want to discuss the elephant in the room, but I can probably press him about if I want. Okay, good. Oh, God. The mouse again. You know, something about these friggin'... Please. I don't know where it is, but it's not on the screen. That's all that's important. Oh, Avalon Raid. Hey, buddy. Thanks. Oh, yeah. Maybe I can finally get my hat on here. Blurg. Well, good news channel-wise, there will be a video coming out tomorrow, and I am still working on a bigger one, and due to some technical difficulties, I've been quite delayed on it. So, should got myself to eat. I don't want to overheat. Do it. About what you said is Senator Price. He closes his eyes and lets out a quiet, I knew this was coming sigh. Ooh. Emotions for me to continue. You told me as long as Hattie kept forming, the circus will stay profitable. I know what I said, and it was true before. Was it? The members only one? I couldn't tell you. He laughs coldly, taking off his glasses and looking down. Oh boy, buckets of KFC. Yeah, no, I don't know. Fuck no, man. When was the last time I had KFC? I don't know, but it was... Oh, wait, no, I had KFC when I was in my hometown. I had like 2 pieces. LOL indeed. Was it? That's a good question, isn't it? Business is the most unpredictable thing in the world. No one can say with any certainty how anything will go. I know that, and of course Richard knows it too. He's a businessman. Excuse me. But you still said it, and it looked like he believed it. No, he doesn't. Oh, hold on, Alejandro. Surviving. How was the Latin world? Yeah, so I need to be the one to make promises. He knows that I know nothing is certain, but at least this way in the future, you can hold me to what I said. You knew it was shaky at best, but you still said it. Well, yes. What else was I supposed to do? I'll be happy with the answer, and I'll be happy if he's not asking more questions. I'd say it's good enough for now for the both of us. So I've heard something. Is it true that before Hattie came on the circus, Chip used to be the ringmaster? Moses pauses, examining with piercing eyes, searching my expression for something. Yes, but where have you heard that? It might have been suggested that it created a rivalry between him and the victim. Oh. Blue Mountain Steel doesn't have anything to do with the reverse, but the styles are so similar. Anyways. Is it a poker game? It's a detective game. Unless the reverse what you're referring to is a poker game. I'm not sure. God, Ontario, Canada, Ontario, California, I'm sure they're both fantastic. It might have been suggested that it created a rivalry between him and the victim. No, that's a stretch. Did Echo tell you that? The who is not important. I have no idea things between them had gotten that bad. Oh, right. Sorry, Alejandro. I'm thinking of, oh God, was it Blue White? Yeah, he was like from Quebec and he moved, that's it. I was thinking of a guy that he was from Quebec and he actually moved down to Mexico. Yeah, we're in the cold one. Honestly, it's not that cold though. I mean, I was wearing a pea coat to go out and I was overheating. Well, I want to hear more about this ringmaster business. You must have been involved in this decision, right? How'd it go down? It's nothing dramatic like what you must be imagining. Peg? When Hattie decided to move over to our circus, I gathered Chip and Hattie together in a room and proposed making the changes. White over blue. Yes, that was it. That was it. It was not only because Hattie is a more popular performer, but also because changes are good for the audience. You grow tired of a routine. And how did Chip react? He accepted immediately. I had no way to know what he actually thought, but he was agreeable and gracious. He even helped Hattie prepare for the role and taught her his tricks for hosting. I didn't think it was a big deal for him when it happened, and I definitely don't believe it would cause problems over a year later. Okay, that makes sense. Wow, so I inadvertently got it right. Holy shit. Right on. I heard you knew Hattie and Echo's mentor back in the day. That's right. So is it true that Echo used to study magic? Huh? He pauses, squinting his eyes for a second. I think so. It's been a while. Right, I remember, yes. At the time. Oh, fuck. Why did it skip? Oh, what? No, don't do that. Wow, okay. I actually, brushed a button and I completely missed a ton of dialogue. Now think of it, I have not. I just stopped. I'm not sure what you're getting at. This change happened before or after Hattie joined as apprentice. It was around the same time, yes. Wait. I don't believe he stopped because of Hattie. Why would he? That doesn't make sense. Brisket tacos? Oh man, that sounds good. But it's certainly curious these two things coincided, isn't it? Suppose? There must be a more reasonable explanation. Perhaps you should ask him. The dialogue history thing? Is there a dialogue history? Oh yeah, there is. Okay, let's see. Alright. Over a year later, Echo was the only apprentice before Hattie joined. He was learning everything. Ventriloquism was also something his mentor did, so it's not like he stopped, he just chose a specialty. Okay, so it definitely seems more benign than left that, yeah. Thank you, Surrounds. That's right. Yeah, the Vax thing, yeah. Oh man, I'm glad. I'm so glad that shit's over. Must be a reasonable question. I should ask him. If he really did, he won't tell me the truth. But for what it's worth, I really don't think that's that complicated. Maybe he just didn't like performing magic. No, I've already been over this. What happened to Hattie obviously caused a lot of trouble for the circus. I'm curious, do you think Hattie was irreplaceable? Irreplaceable? The best way I can put this is, it's complicated. The short answer is no. Despite what you might have heard me say to Richard, I don't think Hattie could single-handedly save or sink the circus. However, she was the star. Let me put it this way, if the circus was an airplane, every crew member is a single screw, and Hattie is one of the stabilizers. I only had 2 jabs, god dang it. Wait a second. A Greek breakfast consists of a frappe and a pack of cigarettes? Well, I'd be dead. Losing a few screws probably won't make that big of a difference. Losing a stabilizer won't crash the plane on its own, but it'll be harder to steer. But both increase the risk of coping with unstable currents or potential accident. If you don't repair the losses on time, if you can't find a new part, then the risk follows you with every new flight you decide to take on. That metaphor makes perfect sense, actually. How about Hattie herself? How do you think she would have responded to that question? Hattie was confident, not cocky. Because it goes confident, cocky, lazy, dead. I don't think she'd have thought like that. Why do you ask? Nothing, just curious. Interesting. Seems like he disagrees with Alice's assessment. Might want to ask about... crap. Could ask about the broken bolt, but also about Chip and the expensive hats. Like, I don't see the point of showing these guys yet, but the expensive hat collection sounds about right. How do I find the game so far? It's okay. It's decent. I keep having the like Steam. The store it's cycling games that are featured right now, like they always do, and one of them is the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney trilogy. I'm like, damn. I mean, obviously different companies, different development cycles. Ace, Apollo Justice has influenced this in some fashion. But I mean, this still doesn't hold up to Ace Attorney. At the same time, like objectively speaking, I'd say it's still a decent game. I mean, art style's good, music is very good, the dialogue mostly good. I hope to God they fix some of the spelling and grammatical errors. Oh, I have 2 out of the 3 trilogies on Steam. Which is only fair because I kind of pirated them before. I played them a bunch. Like, you know what? Fine. I'll pay a discounted price. I wasn't gonna buy them full price, but I'll pay them a discounted price for these. Grim Fandango when? I don't know, man. I don't know. Have you seen Chip's hat collection? On multiple occasions. He's quite proud. Some of those hats look kind of pricey. You're paying your staff very well. You don't know? You saw... What am I supposed to know? I saw what? It's not my information to share. Damn. What am I supposed to have seen? Interesting. I think I have a copy of Grim Fandango, or I used to have a copy of Grim Fandango. Actually, fuck it. Dev does stupid shit on here all the time. I can legit just look at it. I can look for it and see my library. Grim Fandango Remastered. I last played it February 14th, 2016, and I played for an hour and 10 minutes. I just got it that day, and I think, what was my deal then? I was kind of seeing someone, but I didn't really have a proper girlfriend at that point, so maybe I was just like, yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. 2016, nice year. Debatable. You've never played an Ace Attorney game? I highly recommend them. I really do. There's some, really tropey anime shit that the older I get, the cringier it feels. Excuse me. But collectively speaking, I didn't stream it or I didn't do a let's play of it. I just tried it out. Yeah, 2016, 8 years ago. I know. Yeah. I seem to recall liking it, but being kind of overwhelmed by how tricky it was. And I said, you know what? I'll get back to this at some point, because at that point we weren't streaming yet, and I was like, I don't want to let's play this. I do not want to let's play this. streaming it at the very least. I can get people can kind of chime in, and you can, because of the challenges, and not to mention people can kind of give hints and whatnot. So what's more anime than most anitubers? Okay, yeah, that's fine. I originally played them on DS, and I'm just gonna do the dial. I'm just gonna have the dialogue run. Where am I? Oh shit! Never mind. My bad, guys. My bad. That's kind of the there. There we go. Avalon, you're gonna be streaming that way before we do. I'm still shaking my head at Dev for saying it has to be this goal. I'm like, you son of a bitch. Are you fucking seriously doing this still? I just want to play. I just want to do them. I just want to actually do them. Hopefully, I don't get ruined. I just saw one of the bolts of stable dolls broken. But yeah. All right, the horse escaped. I got complaints. Who complained? The vendor, of course. His pole in the fair was chewed up by the horse. Right, now you mention it. We need to fix the bolt before we leave. I got to ask about this yet? Not yet. You need me to mention it to her? I mean, that'd be great, sure, but you don't have to worry about it. I can have someone send word to it later. Thanks for reminding me, by the way. I definitely don't want to forget to fix it. The owners send us astronomical damage bills if we don't fix things while we're here. Good thing you have Alice, right? She saved us from quite a few sticky situations like this. I should be streaming the Turok series with my dad too. Nice. I don't feel like the DS came out just a couple years ago. No. I don't usually feel. I don't usually get that weird sense of being frozen in place. I know how long it's been. It's like it's been what, 16 years since DS came out. I'd almost say, like, I mean, a few years ago, I might have said, "Oh, it doesn't feel like that long since the 3DS came out," but even then, nah. It's like the Switch has been out for 7 years. This black man speaks like Dev. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see now. What the? Okay, let us. Okay, Chip, Hattie, Yan, time of death. All right. Who the hell should I talk to? Whose voice do I feel like destroying myself with? DS came out in 2005. Oh, I thought the DS was. Oh right, no, I started to play Ace Attorney around in the late 2000s. That's right. Okay. Any suggestions, me? Who's this bitch again? I don't know. There we go. I could barely use the DS. It still felt kind of small to me. Oh, right. Chicago. A red-haired woman appears at the door, dressed in a red performer's outfit with a red bodice and a sheer sash on the side. She looks a little surprised to see me. Hi, sorry. My name's Detective Jones. I was hired by Moses to investigate. Yes, he told us about it. Nice to meet you. I'm 18. I'm the fire performer here. I gather you have questions for me? Yeah, of course. If this is not a good time, I can... No, it's perfectly fine. Come in. You can sit and chat. The train car has been converted to a room with 2 beds inside. It's not spacious since it's just essentially a long, narrow corridor, but thanks to the rows of train windows, it feels bright and open inside. All the furniture and items are thoughtfully arranged with little trinkets and details that indicates that this is a home, not simply housing. Welcome to my room. I share with my sister, but she's not here right now. You can take a seat. We can talk. Ooh, man, that voice. Her voice surprisingly is the most taxing. What? Good God. And here, Dev. God damn it. Well, I'm also not that loud myself, so. I didn't have a DS Lite. I was gifted a DS Lite. That's right. Now I think of it, I remember that the original DS was a lot bulkier. A lot more awkward for me. Okay. Yeah, I'll ask her about this. Get some tea. It's not so much my voice box, it's more, I think it's the breathiness. I'm just like, Where were you from 5 to 7 p.m. on Monday night? I was in my room with my sister. Your sister? She works here too? Yes, Jan's a circus acrobat. Jan's your sister, but we don't have the same parents. Oh, sorry. Why, are you one of our parents? No? Then what are you sorry for? Just messing with you. I know that's how people usually react to this sort of thing. Sorry, or not sorry, I guess. Anywho, you were saying you were in the train car with her the whole time. She savors my embarrassment for a second before finally deciding to let it go and continue the conversation. Yes. Do you remember what you were doing at the time? Listening to some music on the radio, I guess. I can't remember exactly. And what happened then? Echo showed. He was in a rush, like I'd never seen him before. He said something happened to Hattie, and that I should go with him. I told Jan to stay there and wait for me. Then I followed Echo. You went to the tent? Yeah, I had to. See for myself. She passes, looking a little shaken. Alice was already there when we arrived. I think Echo called her there too. I looked inside. She was just lying there, like I couldn't believe it. I went and told the other performers, Rolf and Chip, what happened. Wait, she was lying there. So someone had already tampered with it, because the picture was of Hattie being pinned to, the circle with the daggers for the throwing act, Oh, thanks to $2, Katie. Dave passes best pass. It's Dave Javu. Ontario Teachers Union, something that's trying to sue Meta. Ontario Teachers Union, their investment portfolio is staggeringly large, so they can probably afford it. What did you call it? The other performers, Rolf and Chip. What happened? We sat away from Moses to decide what to do. You probably know the rest. Okay. All right. So, alibi has been... Are you feeling with the puppet, Echo? Sure, we worked together for a while. Hattie knew him better than I did, though. Right. Yep. Pinned to the board to be thrown at night. Yep. Had knives. Yeah, I still want to go. I want to go to the UK at some point. Weather-wise, I'm not looking forward to that. I don't need tea. No, I just don't overeat. Right, they were apprentices together. I'm curious about something. Does he always tack through the puppet, or is it just when he's tacking to me? Oh no, he does it to everyone. Never heard him speak himself. Do you know why? Is there a reason for it? I'm sure it's just what he prefers. It feels impolite to ask. Come to think of it, Hattie never talked about what he was like before either. I'm sure he couldn't hold the puppet during magic performances, could he? Normie touristy purposes. I'm not necessarily going to meet anyone specifically. Although there are fans and colleagues of the channel that I'd be fine with meeting. Maybe you can ask him. Didn't you say it was impolite? Well, you're allowed to be impolite. I am? Have I been? No, Detective, you've been a perfect gentleman so far. Well, in any case, I'm sure I'll be thrilled to share. Okay, no contradictions. Okay. Well, I probably shouldn't do that. I will look around this room, though. Inside the caravan is too large. Well, it's not a caravan, it's a train car. And any dividers would have been taken down since they're sisters. Oh god, Glasgow. Brumman. I don't want Carl to take me on any kind of anything has fallen to her. If he wants to go to the pub, great. Or whatever. That yeah. There you go for a hike, that'd be nice. A pile of shoes. Some are worn in but still well maintained. Yeah, it's a studio of only two young women from Taiwan, Alejandro. They're separated into two piles. The bunch on the left are size 7 shoes, most likely worn by an adult woman. There are heels, Oxfords, dress boots, rain boots, the whole catalog. I mean, isn't Birmingham always been kind of a shithole? I mean, Tolkien thought so. The shoes on the right are closer to size 5, probably for a young kid. There are only a few pairs of ballet flats and a set of rain boots. While the shoes in the pile generally look clean, one pair of shoes, carefully placed on the left side, catches my attention. It's a pair of white flat Oxford shoes. They've been wiped down, but mud still clings to its surfaces. Okay, well, that makes sense. She would have gone out in the Oxford, except that she has the boots. Why is she wearing the flats to go outside? Although she's probably kind of, in shock. So, does this game have anything that feels Taiwanese rather than Western? Not really. So far, they seem to have done a pretty good job. Okay, what? Okay, no, that's just the kettle's just steaming. A wooden vanity desk lined with red paint. Various makeup items that I don't recognize are casually arranged next to the mirror. A messily made bed with personal items and mismatched socks scattered around it. 2 stuffed animals are held together in the corner of the bed. They look well loved. A small collection of books behind the bed. From fashion magazines to Frankenstein, from children's books to a history of the suffragette movement, from Jane Austen to A Study in Scarlet. It's the diverse collection. Dining on the table with a chair and a stool. Some decorations are placed on the table, a plant, some bottles, and a lamp. The lampshade is decorated with my ass. I'm just not looking anymore. Let's see. I wouldn't mind asking about the collection of shoes, though. Yeah. I bet Birmingham, Alabama is nicer than Birmingham, England. All right, Alejandro, thanks for stopping by, and good wishes to you as well, and I'll pass it on. These are your shoes, right? Yes. You sound unsure.
I mean, I didn't think you'd be interested in my footwear, but yeah, they're mine. Well, this is a little embarrassing, actually. There's no running water on the train, so we get a little behind on cleaning, you see.
Uh-huh. She said she had to steal for herself. That means she's already seen the crime scene. I'm sorry, but can you take a look at this?
Ah,
She gasped when she takes the photograph. I can see her hands trembling, tears welling up in her eyes. Sorry, maybe I should... Starting to think maybe that was a bad decision. She lifts her head and answers with shivering lips and red-rimmed eyes.
just seeing him like this, it's a lot, you know.
Sorry. Hey, Nathaniel. Seeing the photo must be difficult for her. I took it back... took it back? You just changed tense, buddy. Or whatever. I take it back guiltily. No, I don't need that. Or that. Well, she's gonna say she's my sister. Oh, I do have a contradiction now. Yes, good, finally. She said that it's this, right? He didn't stay indoors on Monday, she said. The mud in her shoes shows that she went out. You said you were in your trailer on Monday night at the time of Hattie's death.
Yes, I was with my sister.
My God, Gerard.
You can ask her about it.
Oh, I did. She said the same thing, of course. The thing is, I know that's a lie because of your shoes.
My shoes?
Yes. Particularly the white Oxfords, the ones covered with mud.
How does a pair of shoes prove what I was doing that night?
No, she's just purposefully playing dumb. I can connect the dots. Moses told me that it was raining Monday. In fact, he remembers coming back from town and the road getting really muddy.
Yes, it was raining on Monday afternoon. And Monday night, too.
And it hasn't rained in Tulgi since then, correct?
Yes, now I think about it, that's right.
Well, then the mud in your shoes could only have gotten there on Monday.
How do you know they weren't just carried over? The last city we were in.
You apologize for the mud on the shoes, calling it embarrassing, which tells me this bothers you, that you haven't gotten it cleaned. As I can tell from your room, you are not the type to leave muddy shoes lying around for long. It's extremely unlikely you've kept them in that state unless there were more pressing matters for you to worry about, like what happened this week. Ammonia is a place... It just sounds like a cleaning product. But more importantly, I won't bore you with the details of soil composition, but for any seasoned detective, mud is basically a land's fingerprint. Fingerprint. And that fingerprint belongs to Tulgi.
Of course my shoes were muddy. I told you that after Echo came knocking. I went with him to the tent, even ran to tell the others. I think that's how the shoes got mud on them. Doesn't mean I went out before then, yeah?
What? Huh. She's right. It was still raining when Echo knocked on her door. Even if the rain stopped, the ground would have still been muddy. But wait a minute. True, the mud could have gotten on him when you went out after Echo came. Excuse me. Oh, so how's your dinner just for a stream? There's just one problem with that.
What problem?
I'm just gonna throw things to the wall.
What? This makes sense.
She looks strangely relieved. There's got to be something. Say your story's true. Something is what's not there. Gotta go back to this line of question to figure out what the missing element is. The fog. Son of a bitch. I know I'm onto something here. I think I was just being an idiot.
try this again. The endorse. All right. All right. Let's see. The mud or the shoes? Holy shit, that's weird. She's just like, it sped up everything and it just keeps going. Okay, they gotta fix this too. Well, let's see, maybe it's the shoes. Skinny, you're gonna tell me you can read the mud to see what got on my shoes, right? What? No, it doesn't work like that. It's the rain boots. The clean, oh yes, right, I pointed that out earlier. Duh. The clean rain boots, right behind your muddy Oxfords. Her eyes widen. I think she just realized her mistake. If you were in the trailer the whole time, you would have known it was raining. So when you went out, you would have put on your rain boots instead. The only reason why the Oxfords would be muddy instead of the rain boots is that you went out before it started raining, and I had to trek back in the mud. She knocks her forehead twice in regret, giving something like a smile. Why didn't I think of that? You're actually pretty good at your job, aren't you? I don't know if I should be flattered or feel insulted. So, let me ask you again. Were you between 5 and 7 p.m. on Monday? You are right. I wasn't in my trailer. I wasn't with Hattie, I promise. Not early in the afternoon, before the rain started. It was a bit after 3 in the afternoon. Was there anyone else with you? Yes. I was with Rolf the whole time. Interesting. Planned to take a walk around the field, see the country sights. We didn't realize it was gonna rain. When it started, we were stuck on a tree for a while. Our road would stop quickly, but it didn't. The storm finally eased a bit around 6:30, so I had to start to walk back. I got home right at 7, and I went straight to my trailer. That's why my shoes are ruined. You're right. I would have worn the rain boots if I knew. Well, we also wouldn't have gone out that far if we knew. The rest is all the same. Echo came knocking not long after. I went with him and informed the others. So if I ask Ralph, he's gonna corroborate this story? Sorry, I asked him to keep it a secret. Hey, lives in my walls. Okay. If I talk to Ralph, I get the truth. I think Dev's talking about sex offenders or something. Alright, back to this bitch. Okay. Do I bug again? Do I bug the kid? Do I bug... Chips, jealousy is what the financial crisis. Yeah. I wonder who I would ask first about a financial crisis. Oh, how about Chip? As I approach the train car, I can hear the faint sound music coming through the door. Did you auto-filter the copy pasta I posted? They must have. It's someone playing the harmonica. It's some quaint folk tune that's vaguely familiar. I could be mixing up with something else. I tap on the door. Hello? The harmonica stops and someone answers me a little breathily. Yeah, come in. Chip, because he was the only one playing the harmonica, is lying down, upside down on the pull-out couch. Oh. Is that supposed to be a pull-out couch? Looks like a futon, if anything. Ay. Yeah, there's so many homeless people now. It's ridiculous. It's because it's like cities just keep shuttling people back and forth. You know, province to province, state to state, all that garbage. He raises his head from the ground to look up, down at me. Hey, welcome. Sorry about my pose. Even though he says that, he makes no effort to get up. Were you playing the harmonica?
Yes, I can answer both questions at once. I play the harmonica upside down because it helps me train for better breathing. You know how opera singers practice singing down so their voices break like better when they're standing and make full use of their lungs? Same idea.
Okay.
You want to hear it?
Of course. He gives me an upside-down bow, a half sit-up from his angle, and puts a harmonica to his lips.
There'd be so many hobos.
He closes his eyes, moves his arm, and the semi-familiar tune I heard outside plays again. His feet are tapping with a simple rhythm against the wall. Both hands covering the harmonica, he adjusts his angle by wiggling the couch. Shit. Like a colorful worm.
Moats. Oh, we need to bring back the fortress states. Like, there are people in Northern Ontario, very rural Northern Ontario, like hours north of here. We're kind of like Ontario, kind of almost like an arm, and we're kind of like out of the crook of the elbow or the armpit, depending on who you ask. What is it? All I can think is,
I don't like no bear. I don't know bear. I don't know railway. That's in your mind. I don't know bear. I don't know railway.
yeah, okay, yeah.
It's a funny sight to behold, but even from this ridiculous angle, he's focused and immersed in his playing.
I have a harmonica that I barely ever play because I just can't seem to get the knack of it at all. I can kind of like a little bit play, but if you ask me to play like a legit song, you know, like a full song, I will just go, no. I feel like my buddy he's a Bob Dylan fan. He's got one of those setups where, you know, it's kind of like a neck brace for it. Like, you know, you can play with the thing where you can play with your mouth. Well, you can play it hands-free rather when you play guitar. Like that might work, but regularly playing it, and I don't know how people get so good at it, other than just sheer practice. So many sea shanties.
At times, when the music calls for vibrato, he even oscillates his head hanging off the sofa, sliding more and more off it.
Man, you know makes me see. Me runs over honey, G.
He's about to worry. He's gonna fall off the couch. He finishes the song triumphantly and takes one deep breath.
Whoa, there. Well, I'm not breath yet, but my arms can't sore. And my neck.
Zeb pulling himself back on the ground, he kicks the wall and pushes himself straight off the couch and onto the carpet. He rolls back onto his knees and pops up on the ground, raising his arms to receive imaginary applause.
Thank you.
You're good. Where'd you learn to play?
Well, the old workers here at the circus. He's retired now, but he shows me the ropes.
Yeah, thanks for the $2. Listen to the wall spinner harmonica. Dave Jam stream. When? Oh, I don't know. Your family is coming back to you. Going all right, Luke. How are you doing? Good, Luke. I mean. Playing music is definitely a lot trickier than playing games on these channels.
That song sounds familiar. What's its name?
No clue. I travel all around. Sometimes I hear people singing or playing in bars, I try to play it. But that's where I heard it from, too. I only remember it in my head.
You heard it once and you remember? Good here.
Good memory for melodies, lyrics, that sort of thing.
I do not. Maybe melodies, but not lyrics. Oh God, I'm bad. Dev is dice rolling.
I'm the true master here. True master. True.
You
good looking, good. Yeah, good Hank. Yeah. Well, except that. But Hank Hill isn't really bad, and the other Luke he's evil. He's everything that's wrong with the British Empire.
Never mind, I don't want to talk about it anymore. What did you come here for? Any questions for me?
Sure. Wait a second. Story time, kids. When I was still in uni, I used to live in a basement apartment because it was really hot. Open the window. People threw all kinds of shit in my house, from needles to bottles. Ew! God, that must have been horrible in neighborhood then. He's poisoned by the monarchy. Yeah, we Canadians are staying strong, I guess. Okay, so there is a contradiction. What is it? Okay, no. Okay, I don't want to do that. Hank's a half Asian brother. I don't remember. Was he just? You just sound Japanese. Oh, konnichiwa, Hank-san. I don't like how this is not letting me.
Oh, I don't see it.
You don't see what?
Contradiction.
No, I don't see it either. I should talk to him with the financial crisis and see how that goes. Whoa! 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 Dude, Hank Hill's dad from the Meiji era. Dude, what the fuck? I can't even do it. I can't do Con's voice. Dude, Hank, yeah, he's like, I killed Fetty Man. I killed Fetty Man, Fetty Shinsengumi back in the Meiji era. I chopped my legs half off. Oh shit. Do you know the circus was barely breaking even for the past 2 years?
Yeah, I had a feeling. I mean, it's hard to know a better contract an agency has, but for a circus, it's all the tens and the tickets. Impossible to have people who are working here. You know what you're working for. The signs have been clear for a long time.
Are you saying everyone knows?
Well, no, I think certainly everyone can see the decline in tens, but to get a better sense of whether we're in the red, you have to know the rest cost of things, which people probably don't bother with that.
Hey, Stoner Stan. Things are going okay. How are you doing? How did you know this stuff? He smiles evasively and answered,
As you now know, I used to be the ringmaster here, so I got to see a little more of the inner workings of what it takes to run a circus.
Yeah, told you blew my shins off. Yeah, I know it's actually blew my shins off, but I was just trying to... I don't faggots. I don't faggots. Faggots, he don't carry battles, I. You know so much about the business. How does the thing go from here? Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's right. Are you Chinese or Japanese? What? No, stupid. I'm from Laos. This dad gets it immediately right off the bat. Although, I mean, it makes sense though, is like the exposure. You know so much about the business. How do you think it'll go from here?
It's only go 2 ways. The circus closes, or it manages to stay open.
Wow, such bold insight. Oh shit! I didn't see the resubscription from Luke. But thank you. Or did I? God, don't get old, kids. Well, they are trying to bring King of the Hill back, but I bet it's gonna be completely awful. I don't know if I really want to. Wow, this is bowl inside.
I'm serious. You guys be a boss man found a way. Agree to cut costs, get more investors, create another revenue stream.
Motherfucker, you're standing in front of all these fancy hats and this clearly covered in some kind of shiny, you know, precious metal or jewel pineapple-ish thing.
The secret is this baby. I'm sure do everything in his power to keep it alive.
Alright. France is more of an empire? Oh no. Oh no. I'm at an hour. Okay, it's short break time. Short break time. You know what? Maybe I'll just do. I might just do 30 seconds. Fuck it.
Okay, see you in a few. See you soon.